It's just actually clicked. I've just sussed this one out as well now. Here's an example with this fucked logo, which is based on the Ford logo. So the thing with tax and VAT for printed matter is this, right? If you actually make, like, if you make a model out of straws or something at school, school arts and crafts, or even if you're a professional making ceramics or whatever, or an artist painting or whatever, if you're creating it yourself through a creative process, it's a bit more complicated in the art sector, but generally they're saying art is 0 rated. But they're saying that if you just basically print images, right, print pictures, like if you're just printing loads of copies of one picture, like posters and so forth, then they're taxed at standard rate. And I would say that is because you're basically mass producing something. It's a mass production, and it's there for, pictures are there just to look at, basically. Now, the thing is that advertisements are 0 rated, and handbills, small advertisements in the hand, but advertising a company, small adverts and handbills and so forth are 0 rated. Now, the thing is, there's a distinction between a picture and an advertisement. The thing is, all your religious texts, writing and letters for learning, philosophical, mathematics, is educational. So if there's an educational purpose in it, they're saying it's 0 rated. The thing is, if it's advertising a business, flyers for businesses, you don't pay tax on them, because it's for promoting the business. Now, the thing is, what about, well, I know that if it's got a website address on it and a name of a company, then you're promoting the company, right? Now, the thing is, what about these? Because these are an image. These are an image. So you'll get people going, well, if I print flyers out with this on it, or even stickers with this on it, right? It's an image. So if you're knocking out postcards with it on, you can't say they're flyers, right? Or promoting something, because if it's an image. Now, the thing is, right, if you've got, let's see, if you've got, so I've got like an Alex Gray picture on the wall, which is like Alex Gray artwork. Now, if that was an original Alex Gray artwork, then it's meant to be 0 rated. This is all to do with art traders, people who trade in art, because you can make money out of art and you don't pay tax on it. A lot of councils collect paintings, rare paintings and things. This is all if you're in an art dealer world. I'm not an art dealer, but this is just like what I'm starting to learn about now. But what they're saying is that if they're just prints of Alex Grays, then they're taxable. This is like no one made it. It's mass. It becomes a mass-produced product. Like mass-produced product. So it's not like if like I've lost some paintings in the post. I made 5 custom paintings, and those 5 paintings are unique. There's no other one of them. Each one of them is completely a one-off creation, right? Some of them have got mixed media, so they will be 0 rated, and they're not that big really. They've vanished in the post. I got paid out for them, but I know they're worth more than what I got paid out for. But no one knows where they've gone. They've been stolen basically, and Royal Mail refused to engage the police to get them, to find them, or to search CCTV. That they don't care. Royal Mail are not interested. So that's the difference between artwork and an image. But the thing is, if you're promoting or advertising something, then you don't pay tax. Now, usually you recognise it's advertising or promoting something if it's got writing, text, letters, words, right? Now, the thing is, when you name your company, right? When you name the company, that's the name of the company, so it's usually text, right? So the name of the company is advertising it, or even the address of it, or the phone number, or whatever, all or any. It can be the name, it could be the website, something like that. It doesn't have to have all of them. The thing is, in the definition of adverts, it doesn't even have to be the actual advert. It could just be a reference to an advert. So you could have like, you know, a web page with all the full details on, because that's your web page is advertising all your products. A reference to an advert, it is classed as an advertisement. So if you literally say, you know, if you basically, come and see our kitchen range at, kitchenrange.com, you don't have to say what the company's called or where it is or the phone number or anything, because you're referring them to the website, which is promoting and advertising the stuff. So, come check out our kitchens at kitchenworld.com, right? Obviously, you need some sort of address, or you could just say, buy your kitchens from Kitchen World. Well, what's that? Well, you've got the name. Now, this is the thing, right? So, this is important. So, I was just looking up, like, the charities and registered political parties, registered charities, registered businesses and companies. So when you register a company, or when you register a charity or a business, and when it's V.A.T registered and stuff, you can have a company and it can be a limited company, but you might not have a trademark registered with it. It could still be a limited company and have a name, but it might not have a registered trademark. Political party. If you look at, like, the Liberal Democrats, right? The Liberal Democrats are a registered political party, and if you go on Companies House, it has the symbol, the logo, the registered image for the Liberal Democrats, right? And the so forth. So what you've done is you've got a picture, right, which would otherwise be classed as an image and picture, and you registered it as a trade mark or emblem, symbol. So that means that it's registered to trade with. So trading is business and adverts. So the trademark is the mark which advertises your trade and is linked to the name of the company and all registered, right? So it's no longer an image, as to say it's been removed from, like, for example, if you've got, like, just, anything that you purely an image, like prints of Leonardo da Vinci paintings is an image, right? But it's not the original artwork. Or prints of a photograph that someone took, or prints of a drawing, or any image which is not classed as, education, text, writing, maths, a religious book or text. I mean, you can have images in. Look at the Bible. Look at the Bible, right? Look at the, you've got. What about all the Hindu books? They've got images in. They're religious books, but they come with images in them. But those images are part of the religious text, right? And so forth. Look in a church. A church has got images in the church, in the stained glass and so forth. Some of the Bibles and that have books in, like, pictures in them, like the Illuminations and so forth. But they come under part of the exemption. So the registered trademark, what the problem is that unless you are, if you're a gardener and you've got a gardening job and you do gardening in the neighbourhood, you're not VAT registered. You don't even have to have a limited company or anything. if you're only doing a couple of gardening jobs a week, you don't have anything, but you're allowed to call yourself a name and make a name up, right? But it's just not registered with government, right? You don't have to pay any tax to the government because you're not making enough money to, right? Now, once you start getting registered, then because you've got making so much money, the government want to keep tabs on what you're doing and, track it all, and you register your trademark and name and V.A.T registered and so forth, because there's a lot of it. If you just, very small, it's not worth it for the government, right? And this is what it turns out for charities and religious groups and political bodies. In the V.A.T Act, it says a political body, but then it's also got incorporated bodies as well. Well, if you're only a little tiny political body, you're not going to be incorporated like a political party and registered for tax, or a democratic organisation, because you're not big enough. There's no point, right? That doesn't mean to say that you can't claim tax off when you buy things. It's for charitable purposes or for political purposes. It's a political body with political aims, and it's doing political things. This is the thing. I don't know why, but everyone is asking for VAT numbers. But you don't have a VAT number if you're a small enterprise, well, how do we know it's for that purpose? Well, someone's coming into a shop to buy some alcohol. How do you know what purpose it's for? Is it to get drunk with, or are they going to water the plants with it? This is the thing. What does it say on it? If it says, come to my charity garage, that's what it's for. You've discounted it being for anything else because it says, come to my charity garage. So it's not going to be any good for asking people to come to a rave because it doesn't say come to a rave on it, right? This is the problem, right? So, this is the problem. And so these registered trademarks are to trade with and promote the company. They're advertising the company and they're registered for that purpose. So that you're not printing images out when you print them. They're advertising companies. So even if you do stickers for them or small handbills or whatever, really, they're treated as small adverts. And the thing is that, why would you want a small advert that when it rained, it got wet? The thing with handbills is, well, the companies and businesses aren't supposed to be sticking things in public. Let's get this right, yeah? So let's not forget this. So if you're doing something charitable and political or religious, your handbills are going to be distributed to people in public and also going to be put up in public because you've got a right to do that because if it's commercial, they're controlled. Some places you can distribute. Some places you can't even distribute them. Some places don't even let you, if you're commercial, give out leaflets because it's spam. So you've got to get permission from the council or you've got to get a license to give it out and so forth. So if it is, commercial companies, advertising companies, then, you're not going to do it. Now, the ironic thing about that is the majority of stickers that people buy, the majority of stickers that people buy are either advertising companies and brands, and they stick them in public, which that's joke because then the company hasn't paid to have them advertised in public. That I've realised now that that's the genius of the world industries of the McDonald's, and they're getting kids to promote their companies in public and stick stickers around everywhere and promote them, when that's the one thing that really you're not meant to put up in public because it's not charitable, political or religious. And ironically, they're the ones that even if they're small to pass around by hand, you should have to pay VAT on them and you don't have to be registered for VAT, particularly if it's a small little operation and a small body doing it. But companies, and the companies, remember, the ones who own the monopolies everywhere, and the companies who make the massive money, and they're the ones who are VAT registered. When you go to them now and say, right, I'd like some stickers for my little charity or for my little political thing, then they're charging you VAT, and you say, where's your VAT number? Well, I'm only small, little charity or political cause or religious thing. I don't pay VAT. Well, they won't sell you one without VAT. No, you need a number. No, only big companies need numbers. Ooh, we're playing with the big ball players now. Rishi Sunak, the big ball players. You know, we're all registered here with VAT in our big player world, our big baseball batting world of commerce. But what they're doing is they are, firstly, they don't know the VAT Act. And secondly, they don't give a damn about the VAT Act. And secondly, the taxman isn't going to help them out, and he doesn't care either, because they're collecting money in from pipsqueaks like you and me. And when you add up a lot of pipsqueaks, it makes a lot of money, and it's making a lot of money for the government. So, and it's not. In fact, the last thing that the Tory government want you to do is get access to VAT-free promo matter if you are a little political, religious or charitable cause, because, you know, then you're going to succeed, and they don't really want you to succeed. They want you to join their political party and help their political party succeed, and then join the big baseball hitters and all get Tory or Labour material out there. So it's a bit of a con, you know, and they don't really want to give you a hand or help you. Like Keir Starmer, you know, it's one for all and all for one. You know, none of this, Jason Williamson business, you know, kick him out of the party. None of this Jeremy Corbyn business, kick him out of the party, you know. But if it's Coronation Street or something, Zik Kyle, this is the thing. So you're allowed to have a logo, right? A logo, a brand, a trademark, to advertise your charity, political organisation or religion, right? Even if you're not tax registered, because you're not big enough to be tax registered, and you don't have to therefore register it as a trademark. Now, if you ain't registered as a trademark and someone copies it, you might run into trouble because it's not registered as a trademark, but you can use that to promote your company, just like, you know, Ford can, because you're allowed to have a name, and a logo is for advertising purposes, but it's not registered, but it's no longer an image if it's promoting your company, because it's advertising it. So there's a lot of logos for companies, but with these massive companies, they probably don't care, because they're making that much of a killing in money and profits, billions, that they don't really give a damn whether they pay tax or not, and they don't really give a damn whether it's regarded as an image or a trademark logo to advertise the company. They don't care, because they're rolling in money. They've got money coming out of the ears. They're doped up, dumb, stupid with money, and that's the problem. They're that doped up, dumb, dilly-willy, stupid with money, and they think they know what they're doing. Just because they're making so much money, they think that they're intelligent because they can make money. They think they're clever because they've got a lot of money and they're making it. But all that means is that you're good at taking money off people. What if you're a religion and you don't think it's a good idea to take money off people because it's against your religion, right? So when little pipsqueaks like you and me come into a big company and say, oh, I've got a little political body together, we're going to try and get some laws changed, I want a load of stickers to promote it. Then they say, well, where's your VAT number? I say, I don't have one, I'm not registered with VAT. Well, you have to pay VAT. Well, actually, no, I don't. And then they say, well, yeah, you do. And they say, no, I don't. So then what you have to do is what I've found out, you pull the V.A.T. Act out in 1994 and you say, I am not a corporate body because I'm only, doing a little lemonade stand, making £2.50 a week or whatever. I don't have to be registered for VAT. This is for a lemonade stand for charity. I'm giving it to Oxfam, right? Now, if they refuse to take VAT off, then they're breaking the law. because you're not you. In fact, if you pay VAT, you're paying it. You're being subjected to a charge that you're not legally supposed to pay. You're being charged when you shouldn't be charged, right? That's the thing. So, but because everyone's dumb now, dummed up, this is the problem. Now, there's meant to be a guy who goes round all the businesses in England. He's called the Taxman, right? Here comes the Taxman. And he's the man who's meant to check to make sure everyone's doing the tax properly. And then he's very happy. And if they're all paying the tax to the government properly, he's very happy. But what about when they're collecting tax from people when they shouldn't be? Well, maybe he will be happy because there's people trying to cheat the tax. But what about when they're collecting him a load of tax that they're not supposed to be collecting? Is he making proper efforts? Is he making proper efforts to make sure that people aren't paying tax when, make sure that they're not paying it when they might have been paying it? This is a problem. And how long has it been going on for? So I would say to Jim Hara, right, Revenue and Customs, I claimed VAT on my stickers I got from America, and Revenue and Customs bloody would not give me the money back. Subsequently, I, got the sender to send it properly and, declared his documents, and it got through all right, and I've sent them to America fine. But just because the sender declared it wrongly, I explained, all you have to do is prove the item is what it is, right? And they were so stubborn that they would not bloody well give me the money back, And, Jim Hara's got people going around, tax inspectors, and what they're doing is they are, they're not doing the job properly. They're not doing the job properly. Just like Royal Mail aren't doing the job properly when your art goes missing in the post and they won't get the police to investigate it. It's even worse when your art goes missing in the police station and you don't know where it is. When the only people who can get in there are the police. That's even worse, right? So, we've got problems. And it's mainly to do with dopamine. Dope them up, but people don't think they're doped up. People don't know they're doped up. But this is the thing. When you read in words, discount, what does it mean? Don't count something, right? You're discounting it, right? You're marking it down. Why is it marked down? Because it's not, if you damage something, it's not in the, fit for sales section anymore. It's no longer fit for sale. So you are discounting it from the section of things that are fit for sale. It's not counted in there. Like spoiled ballots in elections, there shouldn't be spoiled ballots in elections, because the whole point of the right to petition is, meant to identify yourself. What's the point in going to the polling station with, everyone's got a unique card through the letterbox with the number on it and everything? You swap it for one that doesn't have it on, little scrappy bit of paper with a couple of boxes in, then you mark it, and then you put it in the thing, and then if it's spoiled, they don't know who've done it, and they can't check with you to make sure that they count your vote right. You're literally... What you're doing is you're they're going out of the way to send you a voting paper through the letterbox, and then you're swapping it in when you get to the polling station it's almost like going in with a bar of gold and swapping it for a bar of silver or a piece of tin, and then going and, writing on a tin what you vote for. There's no value to it, because if it was gold, it would have your voter number on it or whatever, which you get for your letterbox, and then if it's spoiled, then they can ring you up and say, can you just verify who you voted for, because we can't tell, right? This is the big con that's going on. In fact, they used to come around, you'd go to the polling station not that long ago in the 1940s, because I've been looking at the old law. They used to come around to you and ask you who you're voting for door to door. So we're starting to realise now how this is... You don't realise this. Why? Because of the layers of dopamine peeling back the receptors, so you don't understand the meaning of the word to its full capacity. It's like being a little bit short-sighted when you look and things from a certain distance are slightly blurred, or unless they're close up. When people are talking to you and there's words, extravagant, intelligent, well, you tell yourself inside, intelligent means that, you tell yourself, not someone else, or insight is it's an inner sight, it's not. Education is different. Education is given from the outside. You didn't, inform yourself about it. Someone else told you. So just words, like recreation is from recreation. Stuff like, the full extent of the meaning of the words. In some acts of law, a word has a meaning particular to an act. So it can only mean something within the meaning in this act. It means this. But words that don't have a meaning that is specific to the act have to be, that they can be interpreted as what the dictionary says the word means, the official acknowledged meaning of the word into its full interpretation. The thing with the word advertisement is that, so when you're printing up small advertisements, V.A.T for the V.A.T Act, but you want to identify what an advertisement is. Well, when you're actually using those handbills that you've made, you're going to be putting them in public or handing them out in public. So the Town and Country Planning Act has got a very detailed definition of what advertisement means, and clearly, if in the V.A.T Act you're making small advertisements, right, then you can clearly go on the definition of advertisement for what the Town and Country Planning Act says that it is, because when you've printed that, what are you going to be doing with it? Well, you're going to be putting it in public and handing it out and putting it up. So that would be the interpretation that you would say was lawfully valid, because if the V.A.T Act wants to know what you're printing and why you're getting it printed for, then surely the Act, which when you put it into use, its interpretation, it wouldn't be a different meaning, would it? Or else that'd be stupid. It wouldn't be compatible. It wouldn't be. There'd be no compatibility in it. But all these companies, what I think they've done, this is like David Cameron, and Tony Blair. They've not sat down in a room at a meeting and just gone, ha ha ha, let's fleece them all. But they've kind of, what they do is they've nudged and nudged and nudged with disregard to the little people in life, the pipsqueaks, the pimpernels, the pecks, out of the way, peck. And, they don't want independent people to succeed. Tony Blair succeeds. Hi, I'm Tony Blair, shake my hand. I'm Tony Blair, shake my hand. Now I'm a statesman. Now I've got an entire room of people working for me. Hi, I'm Tony Blair. I'm doing a talk because it's Tony. It's all about Tony. This is the thing with David Cameron and Tony Blair now. He's Lord Cameron, the Conservatives, blah, blah, blah. Now Rishi's going to hand some, do a bit of PR now. Rishi's doing his bit of good for, now Rishi's going to give some bacon sandwiches to poor people. Make sure you're filming it, because there's no point Rishi going and giving bacon sandwiches out to poor people if no one's going to film it. It's like Boris pulling pints or shearing a sheep and no one knows about it. You're going to know about it because it's all for the PR. And then he's a good boy. He's got his brownie points and he's done his good bit for poor people, and the homeless. But, when it's like, why, Rishi, why is every company asking me for a fucking V.A.T number when I want to get my petition stickers printed, to hand out in public and put up, Why is everyone asking me for a V.A.T number? Why does no one believe me that, I don't need one? Because I'm not a corporate body. I'm a body, not a corporate body. Even when registered on government website, even with a petition number, even officially, you can't get more officially registered than on the House of Commons website, surely. Yeah, but where's your V.A.T number? But I'm registered on the House of Commons website. That's HM government, yes, but, where's your V.A.T number? Where's your registered trademark? Where's your corporation? No, I'm a little pipsqueak. I don't have a registered corporation because I'm not turning over, Rishi Sunak's wife every 3 weeks. I am doing, £5 a week. I don't need to be registered. It's for a good cause, charity. So pick me up. I'm not paying the VAT. Why are people obsessed with it? Why? Because notice who are the people who are making these things. Usually big corporate, Stickers International or whatever. Notice they're all part and parcel of BlackRock, Vanguard, the international thing, depriving independents and individuals of their rights, yet making absolute killing out of, burgers and Ford cars and, World Industries and the rest of it. Sell out. If you ain't sold out, if you haven't sold out, this is the thing, if you're doing a little charity or a little political movement, you're not going to sell out, are you? Because you're not selling it, you're giving it away. Oh, they sold out. Bench Clothing, nice little clothing company in Manchester, right? Cool, I'll have a piece of that. Sold out to the big guys. Sold out, we're sold out, This is it. What about people who haven't sold out? You're not going to sell out when you're giving it away for free, let alone, trying to get it without having to pay tax on it. This is the thing. He cash your chips in, Is Tony Blair or David Cameron helping us out with any of this? Is he chuffers like, Jim Harris' glasses should be steaming up, But the thing is, what he'll say is he'll say, oh, well, you read the law. Well, I've read the law, but the taxman's supposed to read the law, but he's going around evaluating them all every week. Does the taxman know that you can have a non-registered trademark, but still people are using it as a trademark, but it's not registered? It's not an image anymore because it's advertising a company. This is the thing. We've got problems. We've got problems with corporate people taking over, and unfortunately they don't want independents to be successful in life. Notice it's it's a bit, if it's if it's they want you to know about the charity work and their good deeds as long as they're getting PR for it or whatever. Now, there are some people who do charity work and they don't want to be known. They want to remain anonymous. True. But usually if it's political people, they want you to know about it because that's how they get elected and voted in, Captain Tom style, I'd Lib Dem Green Party as well. Classic standard charity set up. There's loads of people doing charitable things just at a smaller scale. Why should they have to, some people are doing it. I've asked some people and I've got, they get it, they understand it, but it's hit and miss. And I think that there's a lot of people who either don't understand it or they're just being misled. I don't think the government give enough clear guidance. And this is the thing, the word clear guidance.